Okay, the time is already 4 o'clock. I think we should start. Hello, everyone. Those in the Zoom, as well as those that are watching on Facebook. All right. Welcome to the Mathematics Program Talk. My name is Victor Tan. I'm an associate professor, as well as the deputy head in the Department of Mathematics. So in this talk, I'm going to share with you some useful information about mathematics program offered by NUS. At the same time, I will also tell you why you should take mathematics in university to help you make an informed decision. So let me give you 5 reasons why you should study mathematics. Number 1, finding good jobs. Well, doing the math to find the good jobs. This is not what I claim. This is actually the title of an article from the Wall Street Journal, right, from US. Now, this article reported a study done by a job website called careercast.com, based in US. It evaluated and ranked 200 professions each year to determine the best and the worst jobs based on 5 criteria. What are the 5 criteria? Income, employment outlook, fiscal demand, stress, and environment. So when we say good job, it's not merely based on income, right? There are other considerations as well. Now, let me show you the 10 best jobs ranked by this career cast in recent years. Take a look. As you can see, other than the order of the ranking, the top 10 list does not change very much over the years. In particular, among the best jobs, more than half are related to mathematics, as highlighted in red. Yeah? As the world becomes more digital and data-driven, actually this does not come as a surprise. Although this study is done in the United States, our local prospective students may still use it as a reference when they decide on their choice of study. Okay, the second reason is there's a wide range of career choices. There is a common misconception that a degree in mathematics can only lead to a teaching career. So I think the best takeaway of for you today is really to clear this misconception. Yeah, I would like to point out that a math graduate can actually land in many possible careers other than teaching. So here is the list of the more common occupations for math graduates. As you can see, there's a wide range of industries and sectors that are hiring people who are good in mathematics. You can find them in big companies like Singapore Airlines, DBS, Grab, Facebook, and many other government and private sector. Reason number 3 for studying mathematics, because it provides multiple pathways. What do I mean by that? Now, after graduating with a math degree, other than carrying on with math-related jobs, it is actually relatively easy for our graduates to switch to other areas of STEM. So a basic degree in mathematics builds a strong foundation for our graduates to work in physical, life science, IT, finance, engineering, and so on. But the other way around is not so easy. It is harder and less common for someone who are trained in other science or engineering discipline to switch to mathematics. This is an interesting slide. Many lecturers and professors in NUS across different faculties and schools actually had a basic degree in mathematics before pursuing their PhD in other disciplines. So for example, in business school, we have professors from finance and operations who were first trained in mathematics. In School of Computing, we have computer science professors who started off with a math degree. In Faculty of Arts and Social Sciences, we have econs professors. And engineering, there are professors from various engineering departments. Closer to home in Faculty of Science, there are professors from physics and statistics who did their first degree in maths. But on the other hand, in the Department of Mathematics, very few professors had their first degree that is not in mathematics. So this actually shows that it is easier one way than the other way around. Okay. A fourth reason to study mathematics, because there are plenty of real-world application. Now, this pyramid shows you some examples of real-world problems today that make substantial use of mathematics. Take a look. Let me give you a glimpse of the mathematics underlying these applications. Now, you may not have come across most of these mathematics topics yet, but they are among the math courses that you can choose to study in a university. Okay, let me give you a quick illustration on the application in search engine. Most of us use Google every day, right, to search for information. So for example, if we type in the words mathematics books, so Google will give us a long list of relevant websites. Now, the order of the recommended list is not random, but actually is according to something called the Google Page Rank. The mathematics behind this is in the area of linear algebra. Now, Google will take all the relevant web pages and form a huge matrix called the link matrix. And from this matrix, we can then use linear algebra to find the principal eigenvector. Some of you might have heard of eigenvectors before, right? So these eigenvectors will then be used to determine the page rank. That's very interesting, right? So these concepts will be taught not so far away. It will be taught in the first linear algebra course in the university. And this coming Saturday, in case you do not know, I will be giving an in-person masterclass on why students should learn linear algebra. So if you are interested, you may sign up and come to NUS to attend this talk. So at the end of my talk, I will give a little bit more details. Last but not least, training in mathematics will equip students with the skills to pick up new knowledge, which is important for lifelong learning. And in fact, other than the topics and concepts that math students will learn in class, studying mathematics will also train them in other aspects of life skills. This includes problem-solving skills, analytical thinking skills, quantitative reasoning, perseverance, and being rigorous and systematic. These are all essential qualities and values for a person to be successful in their career and to become effective lifelong learners. Here are some examples of well-known people around the world. Well, even if you have not heard of their names, you must have heard of Microsoft, Google, Netflix, Pepsi, and Zoom. These successful people all have something in common. They have a degree in mathematics. And I believe that their training in mathematics has honed their analytical skills that contributed to their success. That concludes the first part of my talk. Now, in the second part, I will give a brief introduction of the mathematics program. There are 4 mathematically related programs in NUS, namely mathematics, statistics, quantitative finance, data science, and analytics. In this session, I will only be sharing about the mathematics program. There are separate talks for the other 3 programs if you are interested. The mathematics program in NUS is a 4-year honors degree program. If this is the program that you wanted to pursue, then you apply, when you apply to university application, you select Humanities and Sciences, CHS, as your course of choice under NUS. Okay. After you accepted by NUS into this course, you will then declare mathematics as your primary major. So in other words, you do not need to specify mathematics when you are applying for university application. Okay. Of course, you are expected to have good results in mathematics to take up these programs. Like all other programs, to fulfill the major requirement for mathematics program, students need to complete 15 modules, which I will show you in the next slide. Now, there are pure mathematics modules that focus more on the theory, as well as applied mathematics modules that focus more on application. Students not only gain knowledge of mathematical methods, but also problem-solving skills that are applied in science and other disciplines like physics, engineering, economics, and many other areas. Students also have the option to go deeper and do a specialization based on their interests and their future plan. Now, there are 3 specializations. 2 of them are applied specialization, namely data modeling and analytics, as well as operations research and analytics. These specializations aim at better preparing our students for the industries. The 3rd specialization in pure mathematics are meant for students who would like to pursue further in the theoretical part of mathematics. Okay, let's talk about the modules. So remember, there are 15 modules that are required for the maths program. We have 1 gateway module, 6 essential modules, and 1 project modules. These are compulsory modules, okay? So these are modules in blue boxes. They are compulsory modules that students have to take in the maths program. Now, under the gateway modules, you notice that there are 2 versions, MA1100 versus MA1100T. Now, the T version is a slightly more in-depth version of the modules. Students may choose either one of them as their gateway. All right. Now, so we have 8 modules compulsory. Then there are also other 7 elective modules. Okay, students can choose from a long list of elective modules based on their interests. Here in this green box, I only listed some of them, mainly on applied mathematics. But there are also many other pure mathematics topics like number theory, graph theories, geometry, topologies that maths major students can choose from. All right. Now, if you want to upgrade, so-called upgrade to a specialization, students need to take 5 more modules at 4,000 level. For pure mathematics, there are 7 modules for you to choose from. So 7 choose 5. For operations research and analytics, there are 6 modules to choose from. And for data modeling and analytics, there are also 6 modules. If you think that this is too restrictive, there's actually also an option for students to take up another project module to replace one of the modules in these green boxes. Okay. Let me now also mention about the double degree program and double major programs that involve mathematics. Okay, so students in double degree program means that they will get 2 degrees when they graduate. So under direct admission scheme, we are offering the double degree in computer science and mathematics to students with very good grades in mathematics. On the other hand, students in double major programs will only get 1 degree from their home faculty. Okay, now it is less intensive than doing a double degree. Under the direct admission scheme, students can choose mathematics as their first major together with a second major in one of the following disciplines. Okay, so you have this 4 combination. If you are interested in the above combinations, so when you apply for university admission, you have to select NUS and CHS. So CHS is Humanities and Sciences, right? As your course of choice. And in addition, take note, in addition, you also need to select DDP or DMP, right? And specifying your choice combinations, one of the above. And once you are accepted by NUS, then you are directly admitted to this double degree or double major program of your choice. Okay? Now, I must add that the combination is not restricted to only this field. Okay? There are actually many other combinations for students can actually customize or tailor-make their DDP or DMP, right? After they are being accepted to NUS. What is being listed in this slide are those direct admission combination. Okay? All right. Now, I also want to mention about this special program in mathematics. Students who are very strong in mathematics, very passionate about mathematics, we have this special program for them. Okay, now this is not a degree program itself, right? But it is a value-added enrichment program offered by the department especially for those students who plan to further their studies in mathematics after they have graduated. Later on, I will invite the coordinator of SPM to share with you a little bit more details if you are interested. Okay. So how do you apply to this program? Well, it is not through the university admission exercise. Yeah, so when you are applying for university admission, you are not going to see a special program in mathematics, right? Interested students, you can apply to our department, right? Starting from the second semester of their first year, okay? And then you'll be subject to selection, okay? And the selection is mainly based on your grades of your basic mathematics modules in your university, okay? All right, I'm almost coming to the end of my talk. So in this short talk, it is not possible for me to cover all the possible programs in details. So please visit the mathematics website at this URL. And to navigate, so to help you, there are many different information here. To help you to navigate, go to this undergraduate tab, and then you are going to see a lot of useful information that is relevant to you. Okay. And in particular, if you are interested to find out more about the program, right? So there's this tab called Major Minor Program. Yeah, so you'll be able to find a lot of details about the programs that I mentioned just now, as well as many other options. Okay, so this is my last slide. So I just want to urge students who have passion and are good in mathematics, I hope that you will seriously consider doing our maths program. Now in this slide, you see two QR codes. The one on the right, that is the link to our department webpage. And the one on the left is what I mentioned earlier on. This is the registration page for the face-to-face in-person masterclass, which is part of the NUS Open House, right? So the masterclass is on this coming Saturday. So in the masterclass, there are many subjects doing the masterclass. So for the maths one, I will be talking about why should students study linear algebra. So if you are interested, my talk is at 1:15 p.m. at LT 27. Okay, Faculty of Science. Seats are limited, so if you want to register, better do it sooner than later, before they run out. All right. So thank you for your attention. You may ask any questions, either type in the chat box or just unmute yourself. Okay. So I will stop sharing. How's the response of the questions? Are they all answered so far? Yeah, so I have two other colleagues with me, Professor Chin Chi Wai and Professor Tang Kai Ming. So they are helping me to answer the questions that come in the chat box. But if you don't want to wait or we miss your questions, feel free to either type again or unmute yourself if you are brave enough. But those people who are watching on our Facebook live stream, for the time being, we will not be answering, checking the questions over there. But after this session, we'll go there and take a look and see whether there's any questions to be answered. Oh, okay. So I also have my admin staff, Miss Fina, who is monitoring the Facebook. Okay. Chiwa, you want to say a few words about SPM?
Hi everyone. I'm Chiwai. I administer the SPM program.
I think you need to be a bit louder, Chiwa.
Oh,
maybe nearer your mic.
Is it okay now?
Oh, still the same. No mind. So we'll just turn on our volume.
Okay, I'll talk louder then. So as Prof. Victor had mentioned earlier, the SPM is an add-on program offered by the Mathematics Department for the learning needs of students who are very much interested in mathematics. Typically, these are also students who have some intention or some plans to later on proceed on to graduate school. Not necessarily only in mathematics, but perhaps also in related mathematical sciences such as computer science, statistics, and physics, and perhaps even economics. We have had graduates who have gone into all these different areas before. So the difference between the SPM and the regular program is that there are certain compulsory modules, what we call the core NU modules, that are required for your graduation. There are parallel versions of those which are coded with a tailing letter S. So for instance, NU 2101S, 2108S, and so on. So these S versions are taught in parallel with the regular modules, but separately. Okay, and typically in the S modules, things are taught at a deeper level and cover more grounds, and also focus more on the actual conceptual understanding of the various mathematical concepts, so that students who are interested have a firm, solid foundation laid at this basic level to proceed on further, right, for further studies. So I think I'll just leave it as that. Many of the details can be found in the website of the department. You can just browse around, and it's this page on with the title Special Program in Mathematics. The details are also laid out there. And if you have any of the students here who have specific questions, feel free to unmute yourself and let me know, or just type in the chat box.
Okay, thanks, Chiwai. The audio is not ideal, but I hope that the student get the gist. Yeah, so anyway, please continue to type your question or ask. There's a student, Phoebe, asking about whether students can do major in maths and minor in music in CHS. Students can do a minor which is outside CHS. If you look at the CHS website, what we listed as our minor are those minor offered by CHS. So if you want to do music, probably you have to go to the Yong Siu To YST Conservatory website and see what are the list of minor that they offer. All right. So we will not, we don't have this information. Yeah. Yes, actually in the past, I remember I do have students who were first major is music, and then they're doing a second major in maths as well. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, the student asking whether QF is the only applied math in finance course. Actually, okay, not necessary. So QF itself is a very sort of specialized program, right? Really targeting training students into the finance industry. So everything revolves about financial knowledge and so on. But under mathematics, it is still possible for students to take some elective modules which are finance related. Yeah. Or it is also possible for you to do a specialization in, one of the 3 specializations in mathematics, and then you do a minor in QF. Timing, correct me if I'm wrong. So students can do this combination, right? Major in math, minor in QF.
Yes, students can do a major in math and second major in QF or minor in QF. But what you mentioned about that there are actually some maths modules that are like finance related. No, we don't have that anymore. All of them are part under QF really.
Thanks for clarification. So if it is the QF coded one, then it's not. But I believe there are some applied maths modules that are also relevant to to the finance industry. But it's really targeting the finance related topics are all QF. Yes, NOC is open to, this is a question from LeBron. Yes, NOC opens to students from any discipline, any major. Yeah, so including maths. So we do have maths major students who also go for NOC. Yeah. So if you go for NOC, do you still have time left to do specialization? Well, typically, students who go for NOC, probably they will have to try to take more modules, cram more modules into one semester. So it's really up to individual students to do their study plan properly. Yeah, so it is possible. It's just that you probably have to work harder every semester. Okay. Okay, well, we are still, we are still going to conduct the Q&A until maybe for another 20 minutes, but there's a poll for all our participants to send in. So Ms. Fina will open the poll now. Okay, I hope you can see. Yeah, so just take some time. There are only 4 questions for you to submit. Yeah, but at the same time, let the questions keep coming. Okay, there are students who ask about combination of QF and CS. Yeah, it's possible. Okay, for those of you who are interested in QF, definitely at 5 p.m. you should come back and to this same Zoom. There will be the QF program talk later on. Yeah, it is possible to do double major in QF and CS, but that is not under the direct admission, right? So yeah, you can try to do this mix and match yourself. Oh, so this one is asking about whether the cutoff point will be higher if you choose VMP. Yeah, well, I believe this is a reasonable guess. Yeah. Now, although we don't publish, the indicative cutoff point for all these additional double degree or double major, but yes, it can be competitive. I see our Vice Dean Chong Hao is here. I don't know whether he can answer or comment anything about that.
Thanks, Victor. But I don't know. I don't think we publish any IGP for DMP. Yeah, but I think what your answer is correct. So naturally, the competition will be higher for those double major program or double degree program. Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Chong Hao.
Yeah.
Specialization in operations research. Kai Ming, you want to take that one? About specialization.
I'm not sure what to say. All the specializations are about the same. We have 3 specializations. Each of them require 5 more modules at level 4000 you need to do these 5 modules to satisfy the requirement for a specialization. And the list of modules are actually listed in our department webpage. If you would like to go to our department webpage, you can see what sort of modules are actually being offered for these specializations. I mean, as the term tells you, specialization in operations research, the modules will be more related to the operations research, that's what I can say. Yeah.
Operations research probably is very new to our prospective students here. So this is, simply speaking, is something related to optimization. If we use the word optimization, probably you can relate a little bit more, right? So operation research is actually one area in mathematics that deal with optimization, right? So if you are working in a company, you want to optimize your profit, minimize your loss, right? And yeah, there are a lot of things that you need to balance, isn't it? So operations research will help the companies to come up with an optimal solution. Yeah. So this is this is one of the hot area that in the industries people are after. Okay. Was the biggest difference in maths in NTU and NUS? Of course, I believe in, first of all, curriculum-wise, we offer a wide range of topics. As you can see just now from my slide, there are pure maths topics and also applied maths topics. And applied mathematics actually subdivided into many very very range. Yeah, so we have a wide range. Okay, can't really comment on NTU side whether their range is as wide or not. Yeah, but definitely in terms of world ranking, NUS is higher for the maths department. Okay, let me remind students again. Please submit the poll. We see only 13 people submitted.
Victor, I might have accidentally killed the poll window this time. I'm not sure whether I killed it for myself or for everyone.
Oh, it was killed. Can we reopen, Afina? If we relaunch to it, affect the result. Or we download the result first. Let me relaunch the poll. Okay, those of you who have not submitted the poll, please do so. Okay, did we miss out any question? Okay, so there's another question related to the DMP, double major program. What's the difference between DMP as a direct admission and declare as a second major after admission? So if it is direct admission, that means you are guaranteed. Okay, so that the university has committed and promised that you will be in this double major. Whereas if you do mix and match yourself after admission, it have to really depends on whether the second major, yeah, there may still be a cap for certain second major. Okay, not every program they set such a cap, but it really depends. Certain faculty or departments may have a cap to take in the second major. So that means there is a chance that you may not be able to get it. Okay. Are there other questions that we miss? Okay, about upgrade, downgrade. Yes, you still can make some changes to your plan. Yeah, so that's right. You can start with just a single major, and then you add a second major later on, and then even upgrade it further to a double degree, and so on and so forth. And the other way around is also possible. Okay. So along your way, you may change your mind. You may want to do something else that you find that this is not really something that you want. Yeah, it's still possible. It's very flexible. So it's good for the students, but it's not very good for our administrative people, right? Because more work for them. Wow. So Phoebe asks, what all your acronym? I don't know what it means. What does your RP means? Ah, okay. Ah, okay. Yeah. Yes, the rank point actually take precedence. We look at that one first. Yeah, so I think if your result is good enough, yeah, then that is the first thing that we look at. Yeah, that's right. Sorry about that. All this acronym. This is more for those people at the admission office. They probably can guess what that means. Yeah, for us, we have to think for a few seconds. Any more questions? Okay, don't forget this coming Saturday we have a Masterclass. I hope to see some of you guys. Okay, to share with you about linear algebra. So yeah, linear algebra, I've been teaching it for many years, and not just for the math major students, but also computer science students, engineering students. So it is really very useful, not just for math, but in many STEM disciplines as well. Yeah, so yeah, do sign up before it's all taken. And for those of you who are have chosen CHS as your choice course, and you are interested in mathematics, you will also be invited in April. We have another engagement session, right? Yeah. So if you already make up your mind, maths is what you want to do, we'll probably also see you in April. So there is a separate engagement at the departmental level. No more questions coming? So we'll probably end at 4:50 to prepare for the next program talks, the QF, Quantitative Finance talk at 5 p.m. So if you are interested, do stay back, right? My colleagues, who is the director of the QF program, will share with you more details. Yeah. So it's probably a long day for you guys. Yeah, since morning, listen to all the general talks, and then afternoon, all the program talks. It can be a bit overwhelming. Yeah, but just taking whatever you can, and feel free to ask us. So maybe let me flash that email again. So you can see the Okay. Is it gone? Okay, let me share again. Okay, the email, in case you missed it just now, askmathug@nus.edu.sg. So if you can't think of a question now, but later on, before you seriously deciding of your application and you have more questions for us, yeah, feel free to send to this email. Okay. All right, for those of you who need to leave, make sure you have submitted your poll. So it looks like there are no more questions. Okay, Fina, I think we can close the poll. And yeah, I'll stay for the next session. So Kai-Ming and GY, thanks for your help to answer all the Q&A.